you are a totally new content creator, so you're a complete beginner, you have no experience, or you do have some experience, but for some reason you've either stopped posting at some point, you're not making any money, you're not doing it right, something is just not working out for you in the entire content space, this is the channel you should be subscribed to, because not only am I about to help your life, I'm about to help you put some money in your pocket. I'm also about to help you make a living out of pressing your phone and spending money on data every single day. So stay put. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. If you're not new here, you know how we do it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the video. We're going to start from the actual beginning, which is what exactly do you need to start creating content as a beginner content creator in 2026 or 2029? Or if you're going back to the past, but what exactly do you need? What are the tools that you need to create content? Now let's get into the video. The first thing you need is a camera. And when I say a camera, I don't mean go and buy a camera. I mean you need a device that has a camera. You can use your phone, you can use an actual camera. I'm currently shooting this video with a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. If you have the money, you can get a proper camera, a Canon, a Nikon. There's even the DJI Osmo 4 that just came out. If you have the money to splurge on a camera, please do that. People are now mostly looking forward to make sure that the videos they are watching is really high def, high quality camera quality. So if you can afford it, splurge on it, but if you can't, that's completely fine. Okay, don't overthink, don't like start crazy or say that I didn't have money for all these things. That's not important. The important thing is, do you have a device? Yes. When I started creating content, I was using a Gionee F205. I'm not sure if it's O or 0, but that's why I used to call it 05. I used to use a Gionee F205 to create my content, and this was 2020, just after the lockdown. I remember that it was really crazy, but the camera was quite good at the time. I mean, in my eyes, right? The camera was quite good. And then I started borrowing my friend's iPhone 7 Plus. I started borrowing my my friend's Samsung S6 Edge. And like that, I just continued creating content. And then my first actual big phone was my Samsung S8. And then I moved to the XR before I got to my 12 Pro Max, which I just stopped using to create actual content in December 2025. I just got the camera in December 2025. So I've been using the camera for just about 5 months. Okay, this is due to about 6 months, right? This is the 6th month basically, because I got it at the end of December. So what am I saying in essence? You don't need to start with the biggest camera. I started with the Gionee. I'm currently using a DJI. You can't start with anything. As far as the camera quality is good, people can see your face, people can hear your voice, people can see your mouth moving. If you're talking, if you're moving your body, people can see your body moving. You're good. Just get a device that has a camera. Number 2, you need a light source. Now, for this video, I'm using 2 light sources, and honestly, I feel like I'm going to have to reset it because I feel like I'm seeing a lot of shadows, and I hate seeing shadows. So I'm going to have to reset my entire lighting for my next video. I don't want that to be a problem. So I'm using an LED light and I'm using another big light. I would love to show you guys this thing. So maybe when I'm done, I'm going to like just show you guys what it looks like. So I'm using 2 lights. Normally, I don't even use this light. I use the light from my window. But the weather is a little bit hot and I'm currently having some skin reactions. So I'm trying to avoid anything that's going to make me itchy, sweaty, a little uncomfortable. That's why I'm locked in here with the AC on, the fan is also on, and then the 2 lights are a little bit far away from me. I think later on I'm going to teach you guys how to like actually place your lights to avoid all the shadows in the world. This is, I'm the wrongest person to say this right now because I'm currently seeing shadows and I'm upset as fuck. But don't worry, I'll show you guys in the next video. You're going to see there's not going to be shadows in my video. In fact, there's never been shadows in my video before. This is the first time I'm using both the LED and the other big light because I feel like I just wanted extra lights in my video. Now, for someone who is beginning, like completely beginning, you don't need to even start worrying about ring lights, LED, this one light, that one light. Calm your titties. For the first 6 months-ish of my content journey, I was using sunlight. Like I didn't have a lot of light coming into my room, so I always used to go outside and wait for the sun to come down a little bit so I can make my videos. It's amazing. Yes, natural sunlight is one of the best ways to create content. Now, you want to be sure you're not making your videos in the afternoon when the sun is very hot. You want to target early morning, so maybe like 9, 10, 11, or towards the evening, so about 5:30, 6 p.m. 6:30ish. If you're making a sit down video, if you're making any kind of video, the best time to shoot it is not when the sun is trying to freaking roast you. So you need just natural light. And as the time goes on, if you have the money, you can now buy an influencer light to stick on your phone. If you now have some money, you can now buy an LED, a ring light, whatever you want to buy, you know. But that's as time goes on, as you start to make money and you want to invest in your craft. But before then, don't allow yourself to say, mommy, I can't start this content thing because me, I didn't have money for lights. That's a very big lie. Most of the people who create content, who have been creating content for a long time, did not start creating content with big lights. I promise you. Most of us started creating content with anything we see. As far as we open the curtain, light is okay, we start. In fact, there was a time I used to do makeup content mostly. A lot of videos that I made for my makeup content were shot without lights. I moved to a place where the light coming into my room was so I just stopped bothering. In fact, moving to this other place, like I just moved to this place, right? And the light coming into my room is amazing. My lights are literally gathering dust because I don't remember to use them, because the light coming into my room from the window is amazing. And I've not used these lights in over a year. This is the first time I'm using my lights in over a year. So you don't have to think of it. You don't have to start worrying about light. As long as there's light coming into your window, you're good. And if the light not coming into your window amazingly, you can go to your balcony. Just find a place. We used to even shoot in my kitchen at some point because the light coming in from there was amazing too. So always remember to be very careful about the time you're shooting, because if you shoot in a very, very hot like sunlight directly in your face, it will make the video look very, very rough. Like, I don't know how to explain, to be too sharp, and when you're editing, it's going to be really difficult for you to edit. So you want a very soft light that you can always increase or decrease in editing. Okay, like, so that's during the editing process. That's number 2 thing. So you need a device with a camera, and you also need light. Now, number 3, microphones are not actually dual die, but here is the mathematics about it. If you are a content creator that uses CapCut to edit your videos, for example, you know that you can use isolate voice, enhance voice, and also you can use reduce noise. However, if you're talking to your camera like me, you need a microphone, because no matter how powerful isolate voice, emphasize voice is on CapCut, sometimes when you're done doing all of that, you're still going to hear some background noise in the video, which is going to be impossible to remove. Some people like to use Adobe, it's perfect, but it's not every time you remember to be going there. You want to edit on your CapCut and move on with your life. So if you're someone that does sit down content, talking head content like I do, you definitely need to get a microphone. Now, microphones can range from, I think, about 15K now, and honestly, it's really sad because when I started creating content, microphones were like 1.5. I used to have a lavalier mic, a lapel mic. It was a wired mic, and it was amazing. It did the job, honestly. However, nowadays, most people want to create content without a wired microphone. So most microphones are from like 15K and above. Then if you have money, go for like the big ones. Go and buy a DJI microphone. Go and buy the actual big microphone. That's if you have the money. But if you don't have the money, please just buy normal ones. That even me, I still have a regular microphone that I've had for like 3 years now. And whenever I'm making a voiceover, that's what I use to make my voiceovers. I don't even bother myself. I use that for my voiceovers, and life is very easy for me. I don't even use this one for my voiceovers. I use that one that's like, I think I bought that microphone like 23K a couple years back, right? And that's what I'm still using till today. Still working fine for me up until today. For real. So that's it. But if you're someone that does most videos, like you're doing mostly vlogs and all of that, you don't necessarily need to stress yourself and say, I must buy a microphone before I start creating content. No. Start with what you have. Okay, so what do we say now? We need the device, we need light, and we need the microphone if you make talking content. But if you don't make any video that you're going to need to talk, you don't necessarily need a microphone. However, get that just in case. For voiceovers and stuff like that, you really do not want your video to carry background sound. This is the most unprofessional thing in the world. Now, number 4 thing you need is a shooting area. This is only if you do talking head videos like this. I like to use here because it's comfortable for me. After I finish shooting my video, I off the camera and I sleep. Right? So find somewhere that is convenient for you, that fits your aesthetic, that you know that you will not look at this video in the next 10 years and be like, ooh, what the fuck is that? So find a shooting area. Like I said before, I shoot in my kitchen, I shoot in my balcony at some point in my other house, I shoot in my sitting room at the other house, I used to shoot in my father's room in one of my houses. Like, I'm like, Daddy, I want you to shoot. I was like, don't make sure that I'm not showing in the video, you know. So the reason I'm saying this is you need a place that is consistent in your videos. You need a place that people see and they're like, oh, that's Victoria's video, right? I know it doesn't, nobody's really going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you it is a fact. So people already know I'm the one in the video without even checking that I'm the one in the video, because they first see the backdrop, right? They can see my 3 artworks and my big teddy bear. That's my thing on my Instagram, on my TikTok. Anywhere you see me, you see my big baby girl and you see my 3 artworks at the back. It's Victoria that is talking. So you just need that. Also, because when you found a place that you can create your content, it means you've noticed that this place has good light source. This place, no matter how bad it is, you can juice it up a little bit for yourself. Also, I'm very big on making sure that where you're choosing to create content is comfortable and has a very good light source. So if your light source is your window, find a way to make sure that when you're shooting, your back looks okay. It doesn't need to be aesthetic or anything. You can see my back is just my bed frame, my bed head stand, my 3 artwork, my baby girl, and me, right? So make sure that when you're shooting, your shooting area is comfortable enough for you to move around, to stretch your legs, sit down, crack 1 or 2, stretch if you want to, and it has a good light source. If NEPA takes lights now, which I know that it will soon do, and these lights go, what I need to do is open the curtains and my video is perfectly back to normal. So the reason is it makes editing for you really, really easy, because it now means that you don't have to start thinking of how to increase lights, how to work around the lights. And then because you started shooting a particular way, all your videos, it will be easy for you to use the same edit process for your general aesthetic of your video. So you don't have to be overthinking your edit process. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5 thing you need as a beginner content creator, somebody who is just starting from the beginning for the first time, the 5th thing you need is the strength. Yeah, this is underrated. You really need to know that this is actually a lot of work. Creating content is not just sitting in front of my camera like people like to make it look. It's not. It's actually so much work. It's way more work than you can ever imagine that it could ever be. It is time consuming. It is energy consuming. I'm currently hungry. The time is 5:12 p.m. That's me though, I'm cute. The time is 5:12 p.m. I've been working all day. If I'm not working, I'm scripting. If I'm not scripting, I'm trying to promote a course. It's not easy work at all. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, my Jesus. So you need to remind yourself that this is not just something you're here to play with. If you are trying to build a career out of this, you're trying to make money from this, you need to think of it as, I'm trying to make money from this, I'm trying to build a career from this, I'm going to have to put in effort and I'm going to put in work to make sure that this works. The creator economy is a booming economy. It will continue to grow. There's no like, oh, in the next 5 years it's going to die. No, in the next 5 years, it's the people that know what they are doing now that are going to grow. This is how people were saying it in 2014 or 2016, when the people who are currently the biggest in the game were starting. It was looking like they were playing with their lives, like, what are you even doing? But now they're owning businesses, owning legacies, they're owning lots of things because they stayed consistent. So you have to remind yourself that this is not a joke, this is not something we're here to play about. This is serious work, and if I really am going to make something out of it, I need to put in the effort, I need to put in the work. If you don't have the strength, if you don't have the time, if you don't have the passion, if you don't have the patience to do this and see it through, don't even start, don't even bother, don't worry, just find something else to do with your life, because it's not going to work for you. Okay, now I've given you 5 things that you need. You need a device, you need lights, you need a microphone, you need a shooting area, and you need tenacity, consistency, you need strength, you need inner strength. You know, we're going to get to the part of deliverables, portfolios, you know, media kits. We're going to get to pitching, we're going to get to how to actually make money as a creator. But until then, you need to know that this is an actual job. People are being paid millions to do this thing. So if you're about to come into this industry with it, it's not just all camera, it doesn't work. Leave. Don't bother coming. It is a lot of work. Okay? In case you don't know what your work is the job of an entire marketing and media team. You're going to find locations, you're going to script, you're going to direct, you're going to produce, you're going to edit, you're going to be the creative, and you're going to be creative in the creativity that you're trying to create for the clients. You're also going to be a social media manager, you're going to be your own manager, you're going to be a lot of things. Your makeup artist, your wardrobe, your everything is on you. So if you're not willing to do all this work, please don't even start. Don't listen to all those people that will tell you, oh, just start. Don't start. Don't start. Because you're going to quit. And there would have been no need for it to start in the first place. So I hope this video was actually useful to you. I hope you have learned something from this video. I also hope that I will see you in the next video, because this video took me a lot to make. Like, I've been running away from doing this thing for a long time, but here we are. I really love teaching. I feel like I'm going to do more often. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section. Ask me your questions. Ask away, my love. I did for you. Like, I'm literally your girl's bestie. Like, I'm your bestie girl. Like, feel free. Like, ask me anything that comes to your head about this topic. And if you have anything you want me to make a video about the next time, please leave a comment also. If I like your comment, if I feel like I can do it, then I'll definitely do it for you. But if not, Pum. Thank you very much for watching my video up until now. If you found this video very enlightening or educating or informative, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Also leave a comment and tell your friends to tell their friends that there's a channel that is dedicated to them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.